Tonight, from GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Here's Allen. And finding Davis here, the tight end. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. He'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Allen to throw it. This one complete to Scott Miller. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. The numbers for him from a week ago: 20 carries, 73 yards.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Allen now looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down. Threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now Edwards-Helaire. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now a 2nd down and 6. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him. But right now, he's locked in and is in sync with his quarterback.
Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They go play fake. Mahomes. They're going deep for Hill. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media, will start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
Looking left side, and it's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. They'll try and throw for it. And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. 5-3, their record at the halfway point. And you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple things working against them. And number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. This defense for the Chiefs, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
So pass interference to call. That's going to set him up with a first down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The official's letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the first quarter.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. Now Allen. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. Singletary. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Singletary again. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Devin Singletary with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bills have come back to make it a 2-point game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. after the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
Mahomes now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And that touchdown drive happened very, very quickly. You knew that they had the quick strike ability. They showed it.
And for a defense that understands that, it still drives them crazy when it actually happens to them. Fast and furious, there came the points.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. Two division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
From midfield, here's Allen. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Options galore here. Second and a few inches. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On the counter, this is Singletary. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. They run here with Singletary. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On second down, Singletary. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills draw a bit closer. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is down to 2. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase.
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. And even 60 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. His pass caught at the 4. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, #7 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there. Try to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could...
This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Bills going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. To throw again on second down. Trask. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Trask. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. The Bills send the punter out. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So we reach half. You watch the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half, they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys are lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Flushed out right. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Touchdown! From 13 yards out. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin, because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay, because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else. A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They'll run on first down with Singletary, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And all deep in his home territory, he coughs up the football. And the Bills have recovered.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. 3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. To throw, it's Mahomes. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 41, Mahomes looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. And, oh, he took that thing one-handed. What a grab. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Butker now to kick this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Throwing, Trask. Working the middle here. That's complete to Knox, the tight end. The 30. 10, 5, and he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? When you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. On play action. Trask. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. He's at the 50. 30. The 20. 10.
Right down.
And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. And boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown and also a 2-point try on top successful.
That feels like a momentum call. Pick it up on a fumble return, take it the other way for a touchdown. That's demoralizing for a team to have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something? Let's add to it. Pile on top, go for 2 now while their heads are down.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive. Then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
7 yards, the pickup there. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. To the air, Allen, and that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play there on the catch and run.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Well, somehow he was able to sidestep that first tackler, but still hit and taken down behind the line.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D linemen.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is caught inside the 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there for KC.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Buffalo set to get the football back here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Evades the tackler and now some space. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point by Gay is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. KC's offense ready to take over. And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Chiefs, they continue to